Hi, everybody. We're into the end of the second week of Advent. We've hit Saturday, December 11th. And you look at the calendar and you say, 18th, next Saturday, 25th, the Saturday after that. So we are Christmas 2 weeks away. And we are then kind of heading toward Bethlehem. So this book still has us kind of in Galilee. And then when we get to the third week of Advent, which will be tomorrow, Sunday, we're heading on the journey now. We're heading out of Nazareth and heading out towards Bethlehem. So when we look at this book here, and when they say pull, a man is pulled then to grow in his relationship with his wife, developing this engagement of his heart to his wife, even from eros to agape love, into a way of serving his wife. The love that a husband has for his wife pulls the deepest desires out of him. Pulls, there's the key word. Pulls it out of him to do mighty deeds for her. So we're talking good marriages, good men, and Joseph is certainly that kind of person. We are his workmanship. God is developing something in us, all of us, just like that man that Monsignor Kiak refers to as a man growing in his faith. So Ephesians 3 reminds us then in our journaling to ask, how are we God's workmanship, and how does God work in us? What methods does he use to continue us along, to deepen us, to unite us to other people in a love one another kind of way? I have a bunch of books on the table here. I'll show you. Sometimes it's reading. For me, sometimes God helps me grow by helping me read what other people are saying about their faith. So I have this book here, Remembering God's Mercy by Don Eden. This very deep book, If You Knew the Gift of God by Cliff Ermatinger, and I also went to 4 nights in a row of him speaking in a parish, and very deep stuff. Testimony of someone working on Wall Street and trying to save souls in their work there in New York, Missionary of Wall Street. Here's an old book that I've had in my library way, way back. Hinds Feet in High Places. It's an allegory. It's an allegory story, and I love allegories. And then this is more of a book about science, The Fingerprints of God. And it's written by Barbara Bradley Haggerty. And it reminds me, too, of a book by Francis Collins, where he was showing God in science, and some cool stuff. Answering the Call is about Protestant John Ensort, and he writes about the great need for pregnancy centers today as an outreach. And a book from my seminary days, The Evolving Church and the Sacrament of Penance. So as the church kind of goes through different things, we learn how the Sacrament of Penance can be used, even as the church is evolving, moving. And of course, we're trying to deal with things that are relevant, and how much does the church try to be relevant? Everybody's very much compromised into sin today, so the Sacrament of Penance needs to challenge that. And this book here by a local man, he talks about the crisis of modernity, 8 popes, and he is like saying that maybe we just try too hard to adjust the faith to the world. And then this book here by a cardinal of the church, I wrote about the power of silence. So that was an interesting thing to read. And of course, here's one of these books I read this year in the St. Joseph Meditations, St. Joseph, Encountering the Most Hidden of Saints, Maurice Meschler, a Jesuit. And we have a deacon in the parish who's a scientist, so it's nice to have conversations with him time to time about his own journey of faith. And some people in the RCIA too have had a conversion because of their reasonable understanding of God through their scientific explorations, and that's been neat. And this Sunday is the Joy Sunday. Gaudete is Latari Sunday is a celebration of where we have the pink or rose vestments out, and we just think again of the gladness that we have come to know the Lord. However, He's come to bring His revelation to us, and there can be joy on our way to Christmas Day or on our way to glory. There can be joy. It can be joy of people too that have meant something to us and helped us to believe, and helped us to love, and helped us to trust. We can give thanks to them. And in your diary today, maybe you can think of some of them. I thought of books, but maybe you can think of people.